Hey guys, Galaxy Studios here, coming at you with another team rebuilding video. Man, it feels good to use that intro again. For all my new viewers who don't recognize that intro, and I don't blame you, feel free to watch my other videos. I promise they're good. For the 37 other people, new my thoughts on video coming soon, I promise. Anyway, Iono. Her design, personality, and writing make her my second favorite gym leader in the game, after the obvious, as well as my favorite electric-type gym leader outside of Elisa. On top of that, her team consists of by far the best use of terrestrialization in the game. Levitate, Terra, Electric, Mismagius. Combined with another Ground-Immune Pokemon in Wattrel and a Bellibolt with water coverage that's pretty hard to take down, you have what is in my opinion the hardest gym in the game. Unfortunately, I had to nerf her a bit. As much as I regret it, I had to take her Gem 3 team down to 3 Pokemon. However, I don't consider this as much of a nerf as it is rebalancing, since I'm also giving these Pokemon better movesets. With that said, let's go. As a reminder, I can't use another gym leader's Ace or partner. Legendaries and Paradox Pokemon are banned, and I'm only allowed to add a Sulu Legendary to the team for the rematch. With that, let's get to remaking Iono's team 10 times. Ultimately, I decided to start from scratch for the first gym, with Pokemon at level 14 except for the Ace at level 15. I kept the pre-evolutions of Iono's Ace Mismagius and her partner Bellibolt, with Tadbulb having Water Gun and Thundershock, and Mischievous getting Astonish and Confuse Ray, as well as an Oranberry. For her lead, instead of giving her Shinx or Wattrel, I decided to go with a Pokemon she probably should have had to begin with, Magnemite. I gave Magnemite Thunder Wave and Electro Ball, a pretty threatening team for the first gym leader, but I think it kept Mischievous' scary BST in check with the move selection. For Iono's second team, everyone gets 4 levels in the third move. The best move I could give Magnemite was, funnily enough, Gyro Ball. Tadbulb gets Charge, and Mischievous gets an actual electric move and Charge Beam. Not that different, but it's something. The team I gave Iono for her spot as the third gym leader is probably easier than the one she has in the base game, but I decided to give up some power on her Ace for better movesets on her other team members. In addition to the extra levels, Magnemite drops Electro Ball for Electro Web. Not good move synergy, I know, but it was the best I could do. Tadbulb evolves into Bellibolt, upgrades its electric move to Spark, and replaces the redundant Charge with Acid Spray, finally giving it a move to hit grass types. Finally, her Ace. I'm really sorry to do this, but I ultimately judged that one evolution was enough here and left her with a Mischievous. I did give Mischievous Hex and a Citrus Berry, so hopefully that and the better Bellibolt is enough to make up for it. There's no way I'm keeping it a Mischievous by the 4th gym, though. In addition to the levels and Mischievous evolving into Mismagius, the frustration with Magnemite's moveset can end as it finally gets Flash Cannon. Bellibolt also upgrades from Water Gun to Water Pulse. Mismagius' moveset is unchanged, but does it really need to be? As the 5th gym leader, Iono's level 32 and 33 squad gets a 4th member and 4 moves each. For the 4th member, I'm going with Kilowattrel, adding a second ground immunity to the team. With a moveset of Dual Wing Beat, Thunderbolt, Roost, and Tailwind to activate Wind Power, this becomes Iono's lead with the goal of setting the rest of her team up for success. Magnemite evolves into Magneton and completes his moveset with Tri-Attack. Bellibolt upgrades from Spark to Discharge and learns Mud Shot. Finally, Mismagius gets some coverage with Magical Leaf. Iono's team as a 6th gym leader gains 5 levels each and some moveset changes. Kilowattrel is unchanged, but Magneton gets Thunderbolt in place of Electro Web. Bellibolt becomes more difficult to remove with Slack Off, and Mismagius upgrades from Charge Beam to Thunderbolt. No more setup, but with Mismagius' power level, I don't think there's any need for setup. As the 7th gym leader, Iono's team once again gets 5 levels and some move changes. Kilowattrel replaces Dual Wing Beat with a much better Air Slash. Magneton evolves into Magnezone, trading a bit of speed for more power. Bellibolt drops Acid Spray for Sucker Punch, sacrificing super effective hits against grass types for speed control. Finally, Mismagius drops the Confuse Ray and Hex combo for Shadow Ball and some more coverage in Mystical Fire. Finally, we have Iono's team as the 8th gym leader. In addition to gaining a 5th team member, all of Iono's Pokemon are at either level 47 or 48. Kilowattrel's moveset is completely unchanged. However, Magnezone drops Thunder Wave for Body Press, its best fighting type move. For the new addition to the team, it didn't feel right to not give her a Rotom, and I went with the most offensively threatening form, Rotom Freeze. I gave it Blizzard, its only ice move, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and Nasty Plot because I just didn't care anymore. Bellibolt finally learns Thunderbolt, and Mismagius drops Magical Leaf for Dazzling Gleam. I feel like this would be a tricky team to go up against for the final gym badge. But we're not done yet. You know exactly what's coming. It's the full team of 6 for the rematch. I had a lot of fun making this one, and with half of her team being immune to ground, I think she'd be pretty hard to take down for this team. Enjoy. First, we have the lead, which is the new addition to the team, Pincurchin. In addition to setting electric terrain, this Pincurchin has a moveset of Zing Zap, Liquidation, Poison Jab to hit grass types, and Thunder Wave to be annoying. Next, Kilowattrel, who's upgraded from Air Slash to the more threatening Hurricane and learned Volt Switch. If Elisa's taught me anything, it's that having Volt Switch on a ground immune Pokemon is a good idea. For Magnezone, I didn't want to overlap with Nemona's Magnapult Trapper, so I instead made an analytic Magnezone to slow Volt Switch. For Rotom, I felt like no moveset changes were needed and no form changes were needed. I decided to drop Thunder Wave on Bellybolt for electric terrain, as I felt the team needed a second terrain setter. Finally, I decided to drop Dazzling Gleam for Mismagius in favor of Nasty Plot, giving Mismagius threatening options as the closer of the team. And now, the 10th and final team I've built for Iono. It's time to give the supercharged streamer max EVs, optimal natures, and competitive items. Here we go. Pincurchin gets the terrain extender and gets max EVs in HP and attack. Kilowattrel gets the focus sash, almost guaranteeing it'll at least get Tailwind up. Kilowattrel also gets max EVs in speed and special attack. I gave Magnezone the air balloon, hopefully stopping it from getting one shot, as well as max EVs in HP and special attack. Magnezone also has a negative speed nature, which is specifically to pair with Analytic. For Rotom, the Life Orb and max EVs in speed and special attack seemed like a safe play to raise his threat level even more. For Bellybolt, I went with leftovers and max investment in Special Bulk to help against Blissey specifically, though I used a relaxed nature to benefit physical defense without hurting Sucker Punch. Finally, for Mismagius, I went with the Electric Seed to help Mismagius' weaker defense, as well as max EVs in speed and special attack. And that's the final team. This went through many versions before it was done, but I'm pretty satisfied with what I came up with. This will be my template going forward. For all weather and terrain teams, I'll be sure to have at least 2 weather/terrain setters in the rematch team. I feel like having more than one is generally a good idea for AI trainers to have. This was incredibly hard to implement with the rain team I'm giving Kofu, but I think I made it work. Until then, be sure to subscribe and whatnot. Merry Crisis if you missed my video from 3 days ago. Bye!